I'm going to talk about migration. What is migration? Migration is a process that occurs when an animal or a person moves from one place to another. But today I'm not going to talk about animal migration. Today I'm going to talk about human migration. Human migration is when a person moves from one place to another with the intention of settling permanently. If you go to vacations to somewhere cold because where you live is really hot, that is a migration. If an animal went to another place that is hot because where he lives is cold, that would be migration. But humans are only considered that they migrate when it is permanent. Human migration is classified into two main groups, external and internal migration. External migration is when you move internationally from one country to another. Internal migration is when you move within the borders of the place you live in. For example, I used to live in Mexico City, then I came here to Rosarito. That's internal migration. I moved within the borders of Mexico. In Mexico, we have this big migration flow that is from us, the Mexicans, to the United States of America. In 2014, there were 11.7 million Mexican immigrants in the United States. Why do they do this? Because they look for better opportunities of life. They look for opportunities to study. They look for opportunities to get better jobs. They look for opportunities to be in a country that offers them better chances to develop and have the life they want. But Mexico isn't always the country with the most immigrants in the United States, because the United States is such a big country that has very huge economic power. They also come from other countries such as China and India. And between China, India, and Mexico, those are the top three most immigrants that go to the United States. More immigrants have returned to Mexico recently than they have gone to the United States. Why is this? Because there has been new laws that actually kick the Mexican immigrants out of the United States and make them come over to Mexico. Since Donald Trump came to the presidency, he said that he was going to build a border, and that would stop Mexican immigrants to go to the United States. But that hasn't happened yet. So it is expected that when Donald Trump actually starts building, if he ever does, the immigration is going to be even lower. What does the migration do to Mexico? If Mexico has less people working here, then there are certain areas of our country that have less people, and they start being ghost towns. And this has happened in places like Sonora, Sinaloa, northern states. And in the United States, there is certain areas that instead of being filled with more Americans, they are filled with more Mexicans. For example, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, and Dallas are four cities that together have 31% of the Mexican immigrants. So in those cities, there are certain barrios of Mexicans that have their own lifestyle that they have to adapt to the lifestyle of the United States. What barriers does a Mexican find when they go to the United States? When they go to the United States, it's another country with another language. And many times, immigrants bring their kids. So their kids grow up already knowing Spanish, but they may also have to learn English. No, they have to learn English because that's what they teach in the schools. So that's one of the barriers. Many times, children that go to the United States are not able to perform as good as they could because they have this language barrier. Other barrier that they find is la migra. They actually search for Mexicans and to try and deport them and bring them back to Mexico. So, the vast majority of Mexicans that settle in the United States may come back to Mexico at certain point of their lives. because when they reach a higher level of economy, they come back. In conclusion, I think that migration is a very important process that isn't only recent, it has given throughout the whole history, because people are always trying to make changes in their lives and make changes for the better. And I think that migration is very important because it gives countries not only the culture that they already have, but a new culture that is made by the people that were already there and the new people that came. The United States is actually a country of immigrants. The native people in the United States were the Native Americans, but most of the population isn't Native American. They are blonde, white, blue-eyed, because a lot of Europeans came. And there have also come people from China, from India, from Mexico. So migration is something that shapes not only the country that sends the migrants, but also the country that receives the migrants. And I think it's something positive, because if migration didn't exist, we probably wouldn't have the culture that we have today. I wouldn't listen to the music that I listen right now if there wasn't migration, probably. So it's very good.